Welcome back. So be patient with me. We'll get to SupaCruzing, but we got to get through the little bit of traffic to get there. Thought I'd tell you a little more about the storage space in this car. I just picked up from Sam's and got a bunch of drinks. And
during parking mode.
yeah, while it was in parking mode, that's correct. I did do that.
Event detection recording.
That is the noisiest camera ever.
Continuous recording will now start.
Thank you for catching up. So anyway, the seating in here. Shut up. The seating in here is really great. You can seat up to 7 people, and that is really great if you're hauling around kids for soccer games or volleyball games. The other nice thing about this particular vehicle versus the last one I had is it's got some power in it. If you want to go, it will take off. It is a very powerful motor. So you are not going to have any trouble getting out of traffic or getting out of the way. You may have to spend a little money on gas for that, but totally worth it to me to be able to get out of the way in this kind of traffic. I also like being higher up in a real SUV. I've seen some videos of the AT4, the Acadia AT4, driving over some really crazy terrain. And unfortunately for me, about the craziest terrain I handle is the handicap ramp, and sometimes that can just about take me out. So it won't be me taking this out to do that, but I find it kind of funny. My car has like tow hooks on the front of it, so you could wrench it out of whatever situation you got yourself into, and the tow hitch on the back. And obviously you can do a lot if you're an outdoorsy type. I wish I was. Unfortunately, I am not, due to the body that God gave me, and I'm not complaining. That's just obviously the way I am. But this car, if you're looking for a car to do that, it's a great car for it. But it's also a great car even if you're not, because it will handle a lot of abuse as far as kids getting in and out of it, hauling groceries from Sam's and Container Store or Costco or wherever you're headed. It will handle a lot. And you lay those seats down, and I'm telling you, I think I can fit an elephant in here. It is huge. So it's amazing how roomy it is in here for the size of SUV that it's supposed to be. I was not expecting it to be as big inside as it is, but it is extremely comfortable. You got plenty of knee room in the front, back seat. Now the third row, it's probably still a kid's row. If you got longer legs, it's going to be tight, but you could fit adults back there. I would not want them to be in a long ride, but you could do it. Alright, we're about to get up on 121 and do some SupaCruzing. We'll see what traffic's like today. I am hoping they're going to start adding some roads. Right now, all of our major roadways in Dallas are covered, so I feel pretty blessed because the SupaCruz is covered for most of the highways that I travel that are surrounding my home. Depending on where you live, it may not actually work yet. You need to be aware of that and check it out before you buy, just to make sure that it is actually useful for you in those areas. But even if it's not, I would say the adaptive cruise is still valuable, and it will help you on any major interstate, any major highway. So it's coming to your area, and it is also going to help you on any long trip that you're on, which is where I need it the most, is for the leg fatigue that I have. All right. Super Cruise is on. Brady needed to catch up here. Okay, we're now on SupaCruz. We are super cruising. Aren't those clouds beautiful today? Look how bright and puffy they are. It's a beautiful day. We're going 70. The speed limit's 70, and the SupaCruz is 70. Shows we've got a car in front of us. It's lit up green, which means that they're at a comfortable spacing. They just moved over, so let's see if that car disappears. It's still there, so nope, it disappeared. So right now it does not detect any car in front of us. So it's showing the SupaCruz, it's showing the cruise control where it's set at 70, and then no cars whatsoever being detected in front of us. And that's on my heads-up display. 91 lovely degrees outside, still hot. Not as hot as it's been, but still hot. I fill my tank up with 22 gallons, and I'm finding it runs about just under 400 miles before I need a new tank. And that's running on 2-wheel drive. On 4-wheel drive, I think it would probably not be as good, but I like to try to save on gas mileage. I know the 4-wheel drive would make it more comfortable of a ride though. And if I ever drive over a mountain, which would be never, I would put it in 4-wheel drive and let it do its thing. But seeing how if I can't walk out of there with my crutches, I probably shouldn't be there, I'm doubting that's going to happen. I'll leave that to other people to show how great these things can do in wild terrain, and I will show the SupaCruz and how it helps me with my disabilities instead. Purpose in doing this is that I don't think GMC really understands the gem that they have in this, that people with disabilities are so limited sometimes in when is it time to stop driving. And this is something that can actually extend your driving time. It can allow you to be able to drive further distances. It can allow you to feel safer, knowing that the car has keeps you in your lane. It's also stopping you from rear-ending somebody. So there are some safety features that are really good to me, where I may not always trust myself to be as fast as I need to be, but the car, when it is engaged in SupaCruz or in adaptive cruise control, has been very reliable so far. You've seen everything I've done. I've tested it. There have been a couple of times that it will either not read something fast enough, and I do have to engage the brake. So you do have to be paying attention, and you can't just completely assume it's going to get everything. But it has saved me a lot of legwork. And one of my goals is to be able to go see either my daughter or my parents, which my daughter is 5.5 hours away. My parents are a little over 4 hours away. And either one would be a drive I could not do by myself in the past, because it would just be too much for me. My legs couldn't handle just trying to stay on the gas and the brakes, and staying in my lane and everything would be too much on my body, and I would just end up there exhausted, and it would take too much time to recover. them to drive a little bit longer and do it safely. I'm not driving at all right now. I've got my hands near the wheel, facing forward so the camera can see my face, and I have my foot above the gas just in case I do need to take over. I am prepared, but I would call this relaxed driving for sure. And I even drove beside a truck just now, and I didn't feel like it weaved into the truck's lane or anything. So either I'm getting more comfortable and more relaxed about it, or okay. I don't know what that truck's doing, but I took over. He came over way too fast. I probably should let Super Cruise let me tell me, show me what it would do, but sorry, that one scared me. Now, of course, now there's the officer to not see him drive like that. Probably when he was getting over in that lane to slow down. I've gotten a lot more heavy-handed about putting tickets out for speeding. You see a lot more warnings about speeding. I'm just so happy to be driving. I don't even need the speed. I just need to drive, so I don't chance it. But I'm sort of an irritant to other drivers because these roads are like the Autobahn. You'll see people going 90, 100 miles an hour, just in the fast lane. Usually more in the evening. You'll see kids racing, doing all sorts of crazy stuff down these roads. And it is such a pretty day. And I'm thankful to be out. I'm thankful that I get a chance to be independent enough to go and pick up groceries. I was also stupid enough to pick up a lot of groceries. Now I've got to figure out how I am going to get them in the house. I am going to ride my wheelchair back and forth and pray I can get them all to fit in the, sorry about that, in my wheelchair in my wagon. But yeah, that's the only thing I got to figure out now. But lucky me, I've actually done something on my own. Okay, car stop. Stay in this lane. It's ready to be. We are going to Dallas. See if it can handle itself. Make sure you stay to the left. Okay, it's still on Super Cruise, excuse me. I keep testing out these interchanges because it's got choices to make, and I don't know if it's going to freak out, drive me into the median, or do what it's supposed to do. And that time it did. It just appears you have to be in the very far left lane. If I'd been in that middle lane, it would have had a choice to make, and it would have freaked out and made me take the wheel. But since I was in that far left lane, it continued driving. And again, it may make me take the wheel here. And we're going to go into George Bush. Okay, it just buzzed my butt and turned red. So that's saying you are in control. Now it's blue. So it's thinking about coming back on. But apparently it needed me to, okay, it's green. Needed me to, I guess, merge into traffic. I'm not sure. But it's completely taken back over again. I don't always understand the logic of all this. I just know I better be on guard. Super Cruise. Super Cruising. Here we go. On the toll. Super Cruising. I ought to own a toll for how much I've paid in tolls. But we're going to move over. See if she'll do it. Good job, White Knight. Oh, White Knight. You almost said, girl, get your butt over. Quit arguing with me. There you go. Now she's blue. Okay, great. Goodness gracious. You just want that lane so bad. Alright, she fought me. We had our first real fight. Wasn't pretty. Okay, we're going to get up onto George Bush. She's green again. White Knight coming to the rescue, but fighting me all the way. Alright, we don't have far to go, so I'm just going to get us onto George Bush. Stop it. Come on, girl. Come on. No, we're not taking off. We're getting on. She just wants to get off of here. Alright, come on, Super Cruise. Okay, she has disengaged. Girl. Okay, she's green again. So she totally disengaged. Alright, so there you have it. Sometimes you're going to have a little spat with your Super Cruise. It's just the way it is. Alright, well, until our next adventure, you guys take care of yourselves and enjoy your day. Be thankful for what you have, and always thank your caregivers. Have a great day.